Hi travelers, Tara here. This is going to be a mini, oh, I didn't even do a mini cross. I did a 9 card, didn't I? It's supposed to be a mini cross. Okay, but anyway, this is a general reading, just a short general reading for the earth element. So this will be for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn for the next couple of weeks. I do have the actual individual monthlies for each sign already posted to the website. In order to gain access to those requires a membership. I have 3 options: 30 days for $7, 6 months for $28, and 365-day access for $50. The last 2 are recurring. If you don't like what I have to offer, what's $7? 30 days, no big deal. You get articles. There are other videos there in the Metaphysical Gallery on the Akashic Records, etheric cord cutting, how to make your own magic. There also, I got a bunch of stuff. There are ebooks, there are articles, there's lots of stuff. You also get 2 free birth charts. I will be bringing you horoscopes, and I will be offering both written and oral presentations of the birth charts. There will be 2, one for the traditional planets and one for the asteroids. We're going to include the asteroids in that. The asteroids are great. I'm also going to be bringing you a new Akashic Records product called Reading for the Future. So I have a lot of things on my plate, but do know that I'm working. I'm still doing that syllabus. I'm almost done for the courses. I don't know if I'm going to get it up before the Mercury retrograde or not, but I'm trying. If you might be interested in a reading, I have readings by phone. When you get to the website, hover your mouse over tarot readings. You'll see readings by tarot readings. A secondary menu will pop out, and at the very top for phone readings, please read the important information on booking. You have to, I want you to read that because it'll explain everything you need to know about booking a phone reading with me. So do that before you submit payment and make your and fill out your booking form. It's a 2-pronged process, so you can either fill out the form first, then make the payment, or make the payment and then fill out the form. Please read the form carefully. For those of you who might be interested in a private video reading, there's a separate tab for that. Same 2-step process, but you can read everything that you need to know. The video readings are great because you get to download and keep those. Those are like an hour long. So that's what's happening with me. We're going to go ahead and get into the reading. This is general for the earth element, so therefore the messages are not going to resonate with everyone. Take what you can, disregard what you cannot. We will be using the Fantastical Creatures Tarot, clarifying with the La Vida Sibilas, and then closing the reading out with the Heart Oracle and an Angel Oracle card. Okay. I'm going to give you first the intuitive reading of the spread, and then I'm going to read you separately what each card means. That might include more people. But in order to gain any insight into your situation requires a personal reading. You can also, like I said, go over and take a look at the individual readings. I have May up and June up, or June and July. And then pretty soon I'm going to start the August. And those are going to be interesting because we have not only a Mercury retrograde, but we have a total solar eclipse coming. And you're going to want to know where your stuff falls in your chart. So hope to see you over there. 9 cards down. The Hermit. The 3 of Swords. That's an interesting combination. Wow. And the Death card. You know, the Death card came out for the water element as well. So if you're dealing with somebody who's of a water element, you might want to take a look at that as well. The Ace of Wands. The 2 of Wands right in the center. Wow. Wow. Okay. The 4 of Cups. The Page of Wands. The 6 of Pentacles. Huh. You know, and the 10 of Swords. This came out in the same exact place as in the water element. What's underneath the... Well, there's that stinky hangman. There he is. You know, but the Hangman plays a very, very good purpose because, I mean, you know, it can be very frustrating energy because it's like nothing is moving, or the situation can be extremely confusing. You're not exact, so there's a lot of procrastination and hesitancy. But he's in retrograde right now. I know for Virgos, he's retrograde in the 7th house of partnerships. So for some of you, this could be like, oh man, I don't think anything's ever going to happen for me. But what he's doing is he's giving you an opportunity to get real clear about what you want, okay, and how to go about getting that. Right in the center, I have this Two of Wands. This is an interesting card for me because it's two birds. Some birds mate for life, so this could be about a couple, again, some kind of partnership. It could also speak to thoughts and communication, stuff transmitted through the air, but it's a Wands card, and Wands represent ambition, focus, desire. There are two of them, so this is, there's a choice or decision or an option. You have two options, two ways, or two things that maybe you might be fired up about, or two things that you desire, okay? Everything else is going on around this. This is quite an interesting, I always say that. I know y'all hear readers say that all the time. Ah, well, isn't this something? At the top, I have the Hermit. Let me show you the cards. And they're kind of hard to see because the colors are very, very muted and soft. The Three of Swords. And here's the Death card. Now, this Death card is quite... interesting, and I'm not sure if this figure in the Death card is Aztec or Mayan, Toltec, Egyptian. I'm not exactly sure. I'll check that. Then I have the Ace of Wands. Here's the Two of Wands. Here's this Four of Cups. Isn't that an interesting Four of Cups? There's the Page of Wands. This is either Lilith or Minerva, and I say that because of the owl. Both of those goddesses, and they are asteroids as well, can bring about a wisdom. Here is the Six of Pentacles. I forget what this thing is called. And then here is Kali Ma, and she's a powerful goddess. And it ends with Medusa being turned to stone, inertia, fear, not wanting to look at things. Okay. I feel that for some of you, this has been a very, very lonely time for you, the Hermit. Let's see, I have just the one major arcana. No, the two at the top. Past, present, future, past, present, future. For some of you, this has been a very, I think, lonely time. Maybe you have felt isolated. Maybe for some of you, this has been a time when you've been very, very inward focused, taking a look at things, reassessing, because that's what the Hermit does. He takes a look at things. He gets to the truth of things. And maybe for some of you, this is, we have this Three of Swords. And to me, the Three of Swords in this deck represents some kind of something that came in, some thought, belief, perception, idea, a communication that has come in and kind of thrown things askew. Okay, now we know that traditionally the Three of Swords represents sacrifice, loss, sorrow, heartache. This could be a third party coming in. If not a third party person, then a situation that came in. But it really speaks to things not going the way that you thought they were going to go. Here's the Death card. That changes everything for you. And if it doesn't, it should. These two cards, the Hermit and the Death card, are, I'm going to look at those, I think. But it can also speak to, for some of you, a time of understanding that whatever this Three of Swords represents, it no longer serves you. Okay? And I say that because we have the Ace of Wands. This is a rebirth in one respect. And I think that for some of you here, the Hermit with the Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands, it is a rebirth through the idea that I have to get up and I got to do something. This is a new spark, a new fire, a new desire. Ambition has come in. For some of you, this may have come in through a work effort, a financial possibility, a message. This also harkens a new spiritual journey. But what I'm looking at is I have this figure who has this book open. And there's a little piglet and there's a little bunny rabbit beside her. And then this, it's like all of a sudden, look, I don't know if you can see this. See, this thing has the Ace of Wands. Well, look, the owl is bringing her that wand. You see, it's like she's been waiting for it. Okay. So something has come in for some of you. Across the top, the Ace of Wands comes in, this new thing, this new opportunity, and now you have another choice. But here's the Four of Cups. And all of these cups are underwater. And we have this, I don't know, creature coming out of the water who is, it's like he's surfacing for air. He comes up, he disturbs all of the birds above him at the top. It's a big moment. And we know traditionally this could be about not being sure about something. You're not exactly sure how you feel about it, or if it's going to be the best thing for you in an emotional sense. Page of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. Now, Page of Wands, here, well, here, I'm going to, the messages come in. I'm just going to go ahead and see what I can do with this. You know, I'm going to see what kind of magic I can work with this. I have the Six of Pentacles. Now, traditionally, the Six of Pentacles represents sharing, give back, charity. It represents the give and take in a relationship through practicalities. So this could be sharing of money, sharing of space, sharing of self, you know, making sure that one person is doing their share of the work and you're doing your share of the work, and then coming together to try to help each other out. The even give and take. But here we have this Ten of Swords. And this is the funny card for me because she represents the energy of love and death. Now, two sides of the same coin. Sometimes we can love someone, and when we break up, it's like a death. It's like a grieving period. But then sometimes we have an ending, and it brings us to a new beginning where we can learn to love again, or love anew, or love in a different way, because death is simply a transformation. Now, it appears here that she has absolutely no control. This is like all thoughts just going everywhere. Like there's no control over them, but she actually does have control over those swords. She knows exactly what she's doing with them. Okay? So this, to me, in one respect, can be about a release of something, negative thinking, okay? Or being stuck in a situation where you don't know what it is you're supposed to be doing. Everything's on hold. Let's get to the book. The Hermit. This suggests that the a time of peace and quiet to contemplate a decision. Don't make hasty choices, but ask advice of a knowledgeable person you trust. It also says, if your health has been poor, this card points to a period of much needed rest and recuperation. And maybe this is what the Ace of Wands, Page of Wands, you're starting to feel better. Maybe you had to take some time out. This Three of Swords. It's quite interesting to me. She's known as Jenny Green Teeth. An omen of heartache, sadness, losses, and possible rejection. This card reveals the pain of separation in a love relationship. So here we have it. This tells me that this has come to an end. I think that for some of you, you've been really dwelling on this, maybe trying to get to the truth of it, the essence. What did I miss? Why didn't I see this coming? This could even be a time where you've been questioning your own confidence and abilities and capabilities. Your self-esteem may have been damaged here. We see it. I think this is coming to an end for you. Here is the Death card. I think for some of you, this came completely out of the blue. An unforeseen event forces you to make drastic changes. Just out of the blue. But this Hermit card kind of tells me that maybe for some of you, you may have had an inkling of something under the surface. You may have. Ace of Wands. This is where we are presently. Now, this is for a 2-week time frame. Okay? Ace of Wands. You are awaiting the results from something you have started. Focus your energy and will to fulfill your desires. Just be certain that the end result is what you really want. I think that's why this Four of Cups has shown up. Oh wait, that was the wrong thing. I read the Two of Wands. Hold on. Well, yeah, that makes sense now. Ace of Wands. I'm sorry about that. Past efforts and thoughts directed toward change allow you to take on a new role or make radical changes in your lifestyle. The Two of Wands. Let's read that again. So you are awaiting the results from something you have started. Focus your energy and will to fulfill your desires, but be certain that the end result is what you want. As I say, this is why this Four of Cups has presented itself. Let's read the Four of Cups. Maybe for some of you, this is, deciding that now after this period of heartache that you're going to start dating and you're going to put yourself out there again, but you're not exactly sure about that. Let's see. Which would be understandable. Something important is missing from your life, but you are unable to determine what it is. You have withdrawn emotionally, waiting in a sea of uncertainty. The Death card. So whatever this thing is, it has changed, really changed you, I think, on a level. I think some of you might still be in a place where you're mourning this. Page of Wands. Important news and messages come to your attention. Be careful how you use this information. Okay, because see, she could either sacrifice them poor little bunnies and things there, okay, to make her dreams come true, or she could simply use the beautiful energy of Earth, having those animals around her to help her in a positive manner. The Six of Pentacles. Abundance and prosperity will enable you to help someone else in need. You will be able to repay debts. Now, this might be gained through some type of information coming. Okay? So again, be careful how you use the information that you get. This could be that some of you might get like news that you're going to get a promotion or a raise or a bonus. Maybe somebody left you something. You want to be careful who you tell about that and why you're telling them. You will be able to help someone and repay your debts. But so think about that for a minute. Here's the Ten of Swords. This card symbolizes a major disaster that will occur unless changes are made. Make a clean break with the past. Don't leave any loose ends behind. Now, I don't have, this is interesting because what I have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. Then I go all the way up to a 10, a 4, then a 6. Then I go to a 10, and then I go to an 11. All the pages are considered to be 11s. There's definitely something that occurs here that changes your focus here with this 2 of Wands. I sense, however, that the choice is going to come down as to whether or not you partner with someone to do this or whether you do it on your own. And this could be why this is. So that's a very enigmatic card. Let's read the Hanged Man. I used to hate the Hanged Man. I swear for like 2 years he was showing up in my readings. I'm like, when he gonna go away? But the Hanged Man does every card and every energy really can be used constructively. It's about how you change, how you look at the situation. Everything is frozen. A barrier in your life keeps you from moving forward. Living through tremendously stressful conditions, but managing to survive by waiting for the right time. Now, underneath that is a 10 of Pentacles. And 10s always speak to changes and ends of a cycle. Let's go to the... I'm going to pull cards on... not the Hermit. Not the Hermit. And I want to check to see what the Death card, who that figure represents there. I want to look at the 3 of Swords. It is these Wands cards here. So this is, you know, traditionally they're equated with work. There's only 1 Cup card here. There are 2 Swords and 1 Pentacle. So the Wands take in the Pip cards, they take precedence. This is on the mundane level. So we go from a 1 to a 2 all the way up to an 11. But again, I think you guys feel that either there's something missing or something that you're hesitant about. 3 of Swords. This is odd. The Domestico. Now, this is a servant. He's a helper. But he's also known as a collaborator. So in other words, he's kind of like a sleazy character. You're not sure if you can trust him or not. Okay. There is some benefit of being associated with this person or having this person work for you or do things for you. But he's kind of shifty. Now, we have Fortuna. Now, this is an interesting card because this represents the Wheel of Fortune. As we know, every low is a high in the making. Every high is a low in the making. In other words, if you've been living fat and high off the land, you know, maybe now it's time for you to be brought down to size. If things have been really, really terrible for you, know that this is a cycle. It's going to come back around. But this is also a karma card. Here's a message from far away. Now, if this is about a separation from somebody that you dealt with in the past, and I would say yes, it was in the past because he's in the past position, who was acting kind of shifty or acting kind of shady, and this person may have broken your heart, and you've been really trying to get to a place of perhaps acceptance of this situation. It has affected a change. Okay, this could be telling me that that person may be returning with the wheel. At least you're going to maybe hear from that person. Maybe some of you have already heard from that person, and now you're not exactly sure what to do. Maybe that person has come back requesting your assistance in something. Okay. We see this possibility of partnership here. Let's look at the death card. Sadness and depression. The sick person. But there's a change now. Here is the Mercante. To me, this card represents somewhat like the Three of Wands. This is somebody looking ahead or thinking about what projects they have ahead of them. What are they going to do about it? There's been a change in that. I also think it's also representative of the sadness of this relationship breaking up and somebody having to move forward. But there's the desperate jealousy in front. So this is saying that maybe they're having a difficult time themselves with the ending. Let's look at the Ten of Swords. They know something is missing, but they don't know what it is. This could be, you know, with this desperate jealousy and the Ten of Swords, I'm picking up like obsessive thoughts. Denari. Well, it has to do with some financial issue or stability issue. The Consolante Sorpresa. That's a consolation. So maybe this is, maybe what the cards are saying is that the person made this decision arbitrarily, whatever the case, didn't even kind of tell you what the hell was going on. But now it speaks to something like a success by deception, but now they're realizing that that success really doesn't mean shit. That's exactly what it's saying. Okay. There's the lies, the hidden intentions, the falsity, the fear. And so this is saying that the person may have, you guys may have separated. The person may have given you some bullshit, bogus answer, maybe never even told you anything. And now they're realizing in one respect, okay, well, look, I got what I wanted. I didn't, for whatever reason, I told this person this, that. I've been successful, but it's not enough. There's a consolation. I think, again, this is, well, it's karma is what it is. It's like the person realizes there's been a mistake made in some way, shape, or form. Well, the Hangman is here to, I don't know, give time to this situation to reassess it. What does it really mean? Am I delusional? What kind of sacrifices? How the hell did I find myself in this situation? You know, because typically the Hangman is hung upside down on a cross, right? So I think this is somebody looking at their place in where they are in their lives right now. They can't move forward. They thought they'd be able to just go ahead and forget and move forward. They're not able to move forward. I think if you find yourself in this particular situation, I think you yourself are trying to move forward. You may be unsure and unsteady about the direction in which you're going, but you've decided that you're going to move forward. Now, please pick one, formulate one question. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Compromise. Well, now, isn't that an interesting card? You know, because sometimes you can get more what you want when you work with somebody. Okay? Everybody can't have what they want in partnership. One person can't always get everything that they want. It has to be an equal give and take. And so I think, you know, the situation would call for compromise. Negotiations. You know, contracts, agreements. But everybody has to be able to walk away feeling like, you know, I got what I want, you get what you want, and then we can get together, and together we can create more. But it has to be fair and balanced. Excuse me. Sometimes this could be simply putting in boundaries and rules, because that's what Neptune wants to do. He wants to, the Hangman, he wants to dissolve those boundaries. Oh, you know, nothing's going to ever happen between us if we... Wrong. Anything can happen. There's a death card telling you an unforeseen event. So what do? You typically with the death card ruling Pluto, that's like an 8th house issue. So that's, you know, last will and testaments. It is alimony, child support, prenup agreements, insurance, mortgages, those things you share together in partnership. Even if it's a business partnership, you know, some corporations, they have like what's known as key man insurance. So that means if one of the key persons in the partnership dies, the company is able to stay solvent because they get a lot of money for this person's death. Okay, it helps them to stay afloat, and it's going to give them time to perhaps find somebody else to come in and take that position. There's that 8 of Wands, success and growth. So obviously the message is through compromising, everybody will be able to get what they want. Now it's getting each other to the table. That's the thing. Compromise. In order to create a happy outcome for this situation, you will find it necessary to compromise. Allow yourself some time, there's that Hangman card, to become clear about what is truly important to you. Also, take note of matters where you would be open to changing your position. Work toward an agreement where everyone wins. I like when that happens. Be open to cooperation that would allow you to get what you need while also assisting others in fulfilling their desires. Be objective about finding a balance between respecting everyone else's viewpoints and still being true to your own. And when you find a partner, no matter what kind of partner, where you guys can really allow each other to be who they are and respect that, that's a great partnership. That doesn't mean that there won't be, you know, conflicts every once in a while, but again, it's about remaining open and working in the spirit of cooperation. Y'all know that. All right, let's look at the 8 of Wands. So I think something is going to change here. We know that normally, is this the Wands? No, it's not. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's the Wands. Normally, traditionally in the 8 of Wands, this is about news and movement and travel. Even though that Hangman card is out, that's the overall energy. So right now you're being given an opportunity before I think the universe is going to start moving things forward for you. And this could even be just in work. Okay, the card is accomplishment, speed, resolution, and progress. The energy of manifestation is around you now, and you're being moved forward in a positive way. Stay focused on your heart. When this card appears, success is at hand, and it may happen quickly. Your past efforts are being rewarded. This is a time of new, flourishing relationships and successful resolutions to conflict and struggle. This is also an ideal period for greater understanding and personal growth. Listen expectantly for messages that will help you see yourself and others in a fresh and positive light. These messages can come from anywhere. Your spirit guides, nature, books, or even a television program. They bring new beliefs about love and what is possible. Old ways of thinking are coming and being are coming to an end. Plant these new ideas as seeds and watch them take root and grow. And that could really be it. Like maybe, you kind of met somebody and now it didn't work out, but that person has completely changed your life in some way, shape, or form. Who knows? So that's what I have for you, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, for the next 2 weeks of July. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. You can always access my website by clicking on that little box there or below the description of the video or in the About box section. Until next time, namaste.